Well, we have a question here that says represent the following set on a number line. Okay. Question 1 says -1 less than x less than 12. X is a real number. So if I need to represent the number line, let's do. I'll turn here. I'll put this one like this in a number line, and then I put values like -1 and then 12 here. So this simply means x is in between these two. Okay, so -1 can obviously be on the left of x, and then 12 on the right of x, and x is an integer. So the number line will be like just this part. I write it like this, but now it is important to note that the symbol that we see lesser than, okay, lesser than, meaning over here, it will consist of an open circle, okay, open circle to say this limit is not reached. We put open circle there, okay. And then question 2, that was question 1. And then question 2, okay, I do the same, it's a similar thing. I can just draw my number line there. Oh, it's quite long. Okay, and then the question says x is greater than -4 and x is a real number. Greater or equal, actually, the symbol. Pay attention to the symbol here, greater or equal. So over here, if -4 is somewhere there, now let's say -4 is there, the greater than equal means this will make a bold circle. Now to represent x is like from -4 to there. This simply means this simply means -4 is a reached interval, okay, is inclusive, okay, it's part of the interval and then goes up to infinity. Now if I need to do question 3, I also drew the same thing. I drew the number line there, and then let's say -3 less than or equal to x lesser than 1. Now pay attention to the symbol here, lesser than, equal, or lesser than. So over here, if I place in -3, I must put there a bold circle, okay, a full dot, and then by 1 I put an open circle there to say that this is not reached, and then the answer will be, so x will be there. So it means like 1 is not part of the interval. Okay, now let's continue. Question 4. Question 4 will be similar to question 2, but lesser than, we couldn't put an open circle by 2. Okay, same thing as here is greater than. So let me, if I do 5 for instance, I'm gonna say okay, let's do 5. I drew a number line there, and then 4 in the quarter. Let's say 4 in the quarter is somewhere 4 in the quarter is somewhere there. Okay, which is, okay, let's just do it. 4 and a quarter, 4.5, I mean, and then because they say lesser than, greater than, I put the open circle there. Okay, and then I can just draw this like that to see all the values more than 4.5, but 4.5 is not part of the interval. Okay, similar thing with this, but here 7 will be part of the interval. Here 7 will not be part of the interval. I put my lines on the opposite direction. Okay, and then x greater than 0, so x will be part of the interval. Okay, thank you. Well, we have another question here that says, write the following, excuse me, the following set in set built notation. All right. Question one, we have this, and then we can see that we have 0 over here, and then because we have like we don't have like a line into a line here, only full dots, okay, plain circle like this, then we can say for question one, we can say this is your whole number, set of whole numbers. This will be like we say that x such that x is lesser than or equal to 4, okay, and x is a whole number or an integer, okay, a whole number or an integer because of the presence of 0 there. If there were no 0 there, I would have said it was a natural number, but because of that, it can be a whole number or an integer. Now for question two, okay, this we have this symbol, so we can say that x such that x is not over here. We say -6 is lesser than or equal because we have like a full circle there, and then less than or equal to x, and then that's x lesser than 0, and then x is here. It can be, if you say, you can say x is a real number. We can also say that x is an integer. It doesn't matter which one we put. 3, it's x is lesser than 7. X is lesser than 7. X is a real number. Okay, and then 4, we can say that x is greater or equal to 5, and then x is a real number. Okay. Well, we have another question here that says, write the following, excuse me, the following set in set built notation. All right. Question one, we have this, and then we can see that we have 0 over here, and then because we have like we don't have like a line into a line here, only full dots, okay, plain circle like this, then we can say for question one, we can say this is your whole number, set of whole numbers. This will be like we say that x such that x is lesser than or equal to 4, okay, and x is a whole number or an integer, okay, a whole number or an integer because of the presence of 0 there. If there were no 0 there, I would have said it was a natural number, but because of that, it can be a whole number or an integer. Now for question two, okay, this we have this symbol, so we can say that x such that x is not over here. We say -6 is lesser than or equal because we have like a full circle there, and then less than or equal to x, and then that's x lesser than 0, and then x is here. It can be, if you say, you can say x is a real number. We can also say that x is an integer. It doesn't matter which one we put. 3, it's x is lesser than 7. X is lesser than 7. X is a real number. Okay, and then 4, we can say that x is greater or equal to 5, and then x is a real number. Okay. Now, question C says represent on a number line. Okay, so to represent this on a number line, I will just draw my number line here. For one, for instance, for question 1, I look at we can notice that -2, by -2 here we have a square bracket, and then by 7 we have a round bracket. So over here I'll put like a full circle or a full dot there, pen circle there by -2, and then open by 7. Okay, and then trying to do another one for question 2. And then it's -3 to 10, and then there we have a round bracket, so I can just put an open circle there by -3, and then 10, a plain circle by 10, because it's okay, I had to put this, I had to draw a line here, a line there, and then draw another one there. And then by question 3, that was question 2. Now question 3, what we have, 1, -1 and 4. So by -1 I put plain circle, by 4 I also put a plain circle, so 1 and 4 there, and -1 I mean. So we can just draw a line here that connects all, -1 there, and then also for question 4, we do a similar thing there, by -5, and then by -5 I put by -5 I put an open circle, and by 5 I put also another open circle, because we have a round bracket. And then the next question will be question 6 there. Draw my number line there by -6 to infinity. So by -6 I put open brackets. I mean, it's a close, it's a square bracket, so I do -6, and then because it goes like that to infinite, so this is like that. Okay, so it covers the whole thing there, from that to infinite. Infinite is a limit that we cannot reach, so I put the arrow there. By question, that was question questions 5, and then question 6. Question 6. Question 6 is from -infinity to 7. So there, by 7, I must put a full circle, a plain circle there, 7, and then I can just put my arrow there, like that. Okay, to say it's from -infinity to 7, and something will be, a similar thing will be here, but there it's gonna be a round circle, because it is, I mean, an open circle, because it is a round bracket. And then here, because it's square brackets, we can just gonna put a plain circle and then draw the line that would connect the two values. Okay. Well, the following question says that write down the following in interval notation. So for question one, write your question one. What we have, you can see by -7 it's a plain circle, and by 9 it's an open circle. So this will be -7 lesser than or equal, because this is the symbol for the plain circle. So this symbol goes with that, okay? And then I'll say let's just say x here, and then lesser than, okay, 9, because that symbol is for the open circle, okay? Now, question 2, what we have from -2 to 11. So I'm gonna say -2 lesser than x lesser than or equal to 11, because the reason is that this symbol is this goes with the open circle, and then the lesser than or equal goes with the plain circle. So these are the symbol. And now question 3. So over here we can see the arrow goes like this, like it goes to infinite. So there we can write -6 lesser than or equal to 6 lesser than infinite. Okay, infinite is something like we never reach, so it cannot be less than or equal, because less than or equal means inclusive. Okay, we cannot include interval infinite within an interval, just closer to the infinite but never reach infinite. And then question 4, there it's gonna be then 1.5, okay, lesser than I meant to write over here, as I said x, but I wrote 6, so it's x here, okay. But now over there, this is no, over here I must write you see the arrow is pointing on the opposite direction, so this means it's from -infinite, okay, lesser than x, and then that lesser than 1.5. Yes, this way. This means that from -infinite to 1.5, but 1.5, this interval is not reached, okay.